So good morning. Appreciate you coming out tonight. On Tuesday evening at about shortly after 9:30, patrol officers were riding in the 5200 block of Blanding Boulevard when they heard gunshots. Those gunshots ultimately led to an officer-involved incident or shooting, and I'm going to let Chief Alan Parker give you the details. Chief.
Thank you, Sheriff. So good morning. Like Sheriff said, it was just after 9. It started before that, earlier in the evening. What happened was our suspect in this incident reached out to a female friend of his, said he needed some help, said he needed a ride, so she drove over to where he was to pick him up. She got there to pick him up, found that he had been drinking tequila gold all day. Seemed like he was a little intoxicated. He needed to go to the bank to get some money for rent, so she drove him to the bank. They know each other really well. They have a history together. During the ride, after going to the bank, they got into a dispute. The argument kind of escalated. They pulled into the parking lot down here at 103rd and Blanding, parked the vehicle, turned the hazards on. They continued to argue for a little bit. She got out of the car to walk away, and as she's walking away, she heard gunshots. She turned around and realized that our suspect in this incident had taken her pistol that she had in the car, and he was shooting it out in the parking lot. So as she turns back around, she sees the officers pulling into the parking lot because they heard the shots. They saw the vehicle with the hazards on, so they look over to the area, and as they drive in, they see the male go around the side of the business, start headed to the back of the parking lot. So they pull past her, and he takes off in a short sprint to the back of the parking complex. They make contact with him, and as they're making contact, he turns and points the firearm right at the officer, so they both engage him. Both of them fired their weapons. He went down immediately at that point. They immediately started rendering aid. They requested rescue to come respond. They continued rendering aid until rescue got on scene. He was picked up by rescue and transported to a local hospital. He did not survive his injuries, so he has passed away. We're not going to release the officer's information because they both invoked Marcy's Law for being victims in the incident. This is the 12th officer-involved shooting, and the State Attorney's Office is on scene conducting an independent investigation. And if you're ready, I can give you the suspect information. You guys ready? His name is Randy Sharpe, S-H-A-R-P-E. He's a black male, date of birth 4/30 of 93, and he has a pretty extensive history. He had 10 felony arrests, 17 misdemeanor all over the state, everything from robbery to concealed weapons to drugs, a lot of domestic. I don't know if the domestic history is with this particular female or not, but he does have a pretty extensive history in that as well. Resisting officers, just the full gambit. So with that, we can take a few questions.
When the suspect was firing gunshots in the parking lot, was it in the air? Was it at somebody? Was it?
That's part of the investigation right now. They're still on scene, as you can see, trying to figure out exactly what he was doing at that point, so we don't know yet.
About how long from when officers pulled into the parking lot to when he ran in the woods and the incident happened?
He didn't go to the woods, so he was running. He got to the corner of the business just as they were pulling in the parking lot, and then he took off in a short sprint, so you're talking probably a matter of seconds before they made contact with him. He didn't make it to the woods. It happened in the parking lot between the buildings.
Was the weapon legally owned by the female?
That's all being looked into. We don't have that answer this time.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Sheriff.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've got ours.